Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It is my prayer and hope that this video is going to find you when you're doing fine and in good health. I'm also doing fine at this peripheral end, so let me know where you're watching this video from. So guys, there is unbecoming behavior that needs to be stopped. It's a behavior that was exhibited by Gintu because it's a behavior that we started seeing that is digressing into trespassing into people's property with utmost grandeur contempt. Even at a time when the father was deceased, Gintu continued with an onslaught and with most reckless abandonment. He doesn't care. Even at the time when the dad was being buried, Gintu took on the podium and gestured towards the brothers and the sisters. Because as you know, Gintu is having only one brother, a brother that is working with the military. So discard all the information that Gintu was exaggerating, that they are four. There is no prosecutor in that home. There is only one person who is working. Are you there? The rest are just businessmen in Nairobi and women. Gintu took at the podium and gestured towards them that, of course, is the one paying school fee, and he has paid. He wouldn't have sold the land, and simply means is the one who has gathered this piece of land, while the rest sold their land to look for a job. Maybe a military job, and start a business. So Gintu, exuding that kind of an eulogy in front of the sisters and the brother, simply communicated one thing, that Gintu was despising them big time, and Gintu was gesturing big time. Okay, that one aside, because that explanation is a culmination of Gintu behavior cascading down going forward. Because Gintu has decided to become has decided to become a moron. This is what we call the oxymoron. So guys, we want to look at specific things that Gintu have decided to do. Why Gintu's behavior is unwanting and need an urgent address. So if you're coming across this video and this YouTube channel for the very first time, kindly click at the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, YouTube channel notify instantly. To my loyal subscriber, may God bless you abundantly. So let's dive in at once. My name is Inazak and this is my YouTube channel. So guys, I stumbled onto a video that was doing round yesterday night, and it's so dramatic video with certain kind of dramatic scenes and horrible scenes, so to speaking. Before I delve deep into video, I just want to look at the thumbnail and the title of that video specifically. It is the Gintu's video and Gintu's title, full of rage. The title reads, as you could see over there, the titles: planned attack, exclamation mark, 3 of them. UncleMoh under arrest with the police. So the statement itself does not reflect the video. The title itself does not reflect the video. It's a projection of lies big time. Simply, that kind of a title itself is a clickbait as well. Doesn't corroborate what video is saying and what is the contents of the video. But it has too many functions that it was serving. It was drawing attention to the audience, the Gintu's audience, who are so gullible to continue consuming such kind of stale and illicit, repugnant content, because you couldn't explain. Number 2, Gintu always thrives in an animosity. He always thrives in chaos. So we could simply call that one, it is a monetized rage or a monetized advert. Then it takes it to the YouTube street, monetize it, certain kind of rage, because the audience that supports Gintu always like rage, always tells Gintu what Gintu is supposed to do. So Gintu was on assignment to quench the audience thirst. You know, the audience loves such kind of drama. So this alone begs the question that I may ask: was UncleMoh arrested? Absolutely no. Then why is the lies? You know, it's an art of monetized rage, laced with lies for the gullible audience, because audiences love such kind of character. In fact, they're the one coaching Gintu, and they're the one coming up with this kind of narrative so that Gintu would move around to provoke people. It is also a reflection of hooliganism that has been modeled by the villagers and the audience that partakes such illicit rage and verbiage exudes or action going forward. So Gintu's characters and Gintu trait is been modeled through from home, from the community that he lives, and from the audience that partake such kind of illicit and verbiage exudes, and again procure such for Gintu to go and act. So Gintu was on assignment to complete and to present it to audience who are thirsting for all these kind of dramas. To confirm the hooliganism of the highest pedigree, then Gintu's exhibit, Gintu exhibits it explicitly. Perhaps let's watch this video, then you'll see the hooliganism of its highest pedigree.
The 2-3 issues here. We have some breakage here. Wagwan. Unataka aje?
Nene ukataza ankora chukimuki video wane hano.
Nimekuchukua.
Marora wa chiro kaimuki okora otorre hano. Unitena okoni.
Sasa ndio maana umenifungia. Ndio maana umenifungia njia.
Gintu.
Buda.
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 Gintu.
Nikishuka Buda itakuwa.
Shuka kwani
kwa ngori.
Tasekera.
Kwa ngori.
Takwa kwa chukimuki vitu vyane wane hano.
Nimekuchukua.
Kana kanki achiro kota kimento gani hano. Mimi niliacha mafundi wangu wanafanya kazi. Tatika kintu kurana. Kana kanki chukimuki vitu wane.
Unafungua njia. Mimi napiga content nikienda.
Yaani hapa hivi mafundi wangu wanafanya kazi. Nuumunyano
Buda nimekuchukua.
Yakwa himu kivitu.
Nimekuchukua video.
Unajua hii ni mara ya pili kuchukua video.
Nakuuliza nimemchukua video.
Unajua hii ni mara ya pili.
Nimekuchukua video bro.
Mimi nakwambia Gintu, atika Gintu.
Muda acha.
Gintu tatika.
Mungu mmoja anakuonea huruma.
Unanionea huruma ya nini?
Haya.
Gintu acha Gintu.
Hello beautiful people wherever you are. Welcome back. Starting this video from this kind of the caliber of the moment. Back to this village again. What's really hitting back? Gintu today is califragistically good. Everything is just continuing as far as everything is concerned.
The highest pedigree I was referring to. Imagine Gintu walks through, and it's a story and a narrative that has been hatched, choreographed just to meet a specific objective. You know, Gintu sleeps. Then there is somebody who's pulling all these kind of strings, calling Gintu from abroad that Gintu today, I want to monetize your age. Wake up, walk straight down that Ayamarwa's place and make sure you cause chaos. Because there is somebody who is hellbent and capitalizing into this kind of rage, because there is nothing in it. Because a person who is good in mind and so sane wouldn't wake up that early in the morning when people are very busy working in their homes. Then you start causing chaos. into that somebody's village. That's not even your village, because you pass 2 villages for you to reach Nyabuhanze. Sometimes I say Nyabuhanze people sometimes are very nice. In certain particular kind of villages, you can't partake such. People will show you dust, big time. So that kind of illegalism itself, the way you've seen it, because there's a lot of things they're talking about. They spoke in Swahili, but let me explain. Gintu was passing through. As you know, UncleMoh is constructing his gate to a modern one. So it's a gate, though there's a road just passing along the gate. But on the other side of the gate, because the work is being done externally, there is an extension of a plot, and that plot also is for UncleMoh. That's where the sons were put, and it's being fetched across the road to construct the gate. The fundis also are working just near gate. Therefore, it's simple. What was the work of Gintu? Work of Gintu was to pass there to cause mayhem, to pass there to ridicule, to pass there to film. So perhaps Gintu passes. The first time Gintu passes, UncleMoh kept quiet, and Gintu just provoked it. Gintu passed and left. Gintu decided to come back again for the real trouble. So when Gintu passes, he finds when the work still continues. So instead of even talking that, to letting this guy know that I need to pass, I'm sorry, Gintu started causing problems. That's why you see UncleMoh has decided to confront him big time. It is in the morning, and this is after Gintu has buried the dad. Gintu has never taken rest. So what is Gintu up to? Because in African tradition, when your parents are dead and been buried, you need at least 3 days to rest, so that the home gets calm, people move away, then you are free to even start moving out, going to people's home. So what was the intention of Gintu? It could be, as people say, that Gintu's behavior is what has made the dad digress into depression and died. It could be now, it's the spirit of the dad that is coming haunting Gintu and moving with Gintu's, and Gintu's now started wandering from place to place. You might take Gintu as somebody normal, and Gintu has gone insane. Gintu has gone a wall. That is what was in that video. And they promised each other of battering them. Even Gintu was telling, it will be mad if I light from this motorcycle. And that's why I say, the people who are hatching and choreographing Gintu's narrative and this activity, one day you will cause mayhem and you will make people to injure themselves in that community. So it's something that must be condemned big time. So that video alone contains 6 things that I want to talk about, and 6 crimes. Number 1, trespass. Because Gintu trespassed. Gintu trespassed in the personal space. You know? Gintu trespassed, that is big time. Number 2, Gintu is wandering from place to place with an ill motive. What is ill motive? It is provoking. So that's provocative. Its ill intention was to provoke the Ayamarwas, the Ayamayuguno, because he walked to 3. He went and stood at Mayuguno's gate, filmed it. He came back at UncleMoh, filmed it, and he filmed Ayamarwa's gate. And he also went straight where Dimwango is building. What is Gintu's ill motive? Gintu will one time have to explain this. I'm telling you. Number 3, Gintu is just doing what is stalking, and stalking also is in our Kenyan constitution. Once you are stalking any other people, once they get to know it, are you there? Simply think, this just needs the police attention, then you'll be arrested for stalking. Why must you stalk this family every now and time and then? Even when your father has just been buried, even your father is dead, you continue stalking them. It's something that I find so gullible and foolish. Number 4, Gintu's main intention was to stop UncleMoh from working. So you went to interrupt the progressive work of UncleMoh. Who are you? It's the simple question I'm asking. Why were you stopping UncleMoh from its normal activity, from its work? You haven't seen UncleMoh in your village. It would be very bad if anytime even UncleMoh will come to a village or just to pass by. It will be drama. Now you pass and you being you be provocative. It's something that I find it's so sad. And number 5, Gintu was acting solely as an act of unauthorized filming of private property, because you're filming private properties and people's residence, because that's what you're doing. In the video, you film UncleMoh. In the video, you film UncleMoh's homestead, gate, and workers. You went to Mayuguno over there. You came back to Marwa before you go to, even up to their gate. What is your intention? I'm just asking a simple thing. What was your intention? Yani, in the morning, you wake up looking for trouble. One day, the trouble will find you in other people's village. Then you'll see what you haven't seen. This one I'm telling you for free. And number 6, and the last one, is intentional gaslighting. His main thing, he wanted to gaslight these people, so that because he's working on rage, is capitalizing on these people's action, creating a viable ground for these people to act, filming that one and monetize it. Then people are calling you king. Which kind of king are you? This is at most stupid thing that I've ever seen Gintu is doing. This is one of them. It is so sad. So the only way forward that's here, that Gintu needs a serious punishment that he will regret in his entire life. That is for sure. Because somebody must just come somewhere to put a stop on Gintu's behavior. And number 2, which is the last one, that that alone was a public nuisance that must be stopped forthwith. And the area chief must be let known of this. Or the community of Nyabohans who was staying there must be let known of this, such that such kind of nuisance must be stopped forthwith. It's a projection of a failure in life. Simply means Aneso has failed countless times in life. Him with Mugesi, because they got chance, they misused it. They got chance, they abused the chance that they got. Now, Israel thing cannot save him and favor him. And such kind of failure has followed them into their own compound, big time. You could see what is happening within their home. Again, looking at the title and the thumbnail, it does not corroborate with the video itself. The content of video is saying something else, or the title something else. Nowhere his mom was attacked by Ayamarwa. But in his title, which reads, warning, 3 exclamation marks. Stop attacking my mom. My mom had nothing to do with continuation dot, something that him himself concealed. Again is to draw attention, and again is to lies. You? So he then puts Mara's photo on a thumbnail and starts ranting of the olden days lies and the shenanigans. Let's watch that video.
Let me say we were working as slaves. We were working as slaves. Huh? The reason that I'm saying that we are working as a slave, we went there from morning until evening, huh? From morning until evening, huh? Without even payment, huh? Sometimes without payment. So that is the reason that I'm saying we were working as a slaves. And the reason that I'm congratulating about the us from inside there is because that now we have opened our minds. We have opened our minds. Imagine, guys, if we were inside there still up to date, do you think even Mogesi has can have that mind of starting his foundation, even if it's a small house? Do you think Mogesi can have that mind of starting? Or let me say, do you think it's Gintu can have that mind of starting his G castle? So it has bring some mind that inside there we were just like our slaves. We were just like our slaves. That is the reason you have seen now the progress, and that is the reason you have seen for me. For now, guys, actually I'm not in the village. I'm not in the village. I'm in the town. I'm in the USA. For those people didn't believe, I'm in the USA. You can see, guys, how things are inside here.
The video itself is an exhibition of our warped logic. There is no sense. But you know, these people, they never reason nor see logic in every instance they've been helped. They will come back to you and with insultive kind of an action. That's how they abused, and they started complaining that they're working as a slave. Their exudes lack logic, therefore just runs of monetized rage. That's what they want to know, because at the same time they're complaining that Emerald's place was a slavery place. On the other side, they monetize such kind of slavery action that they're saying, and they're getting money. You know, this is the pretentious kind of acts that I've never seen. That alone begs some 3 to 4 questions that I need to ask. Perhaps let me reduce them to 3. Question 1. If you're working, Mogesi, this is to Mogesi and Ernesto. If you are working as a slave, why are you vexing? And why do you want to get back at Amara's place, where the slavery is? Because you are saying clearly that you're working as a slave. And when you are chased, and after you are chased away, why are you seeing bad? Why are you crying? Because if you're working as a slave, it is a place where you went through untold suffering. It's a place where you wouldn't imagine going back. You wouldn't even be complaining. What you will be seeing is be singing hallelujah, Hosanna in the highest. Hallelujah. This is a prison break, an escape from prison or from untold suffering. That one would be a moment of victory because you are in slavery. Why are you complaining so bitterly? Who pays slaves? You're working as a slave and you need to be paid. So who normally pays slaves? If at all Emora pays you even $1, therefore you are not a slave. You are under contract or any other kind of oath. You are being given as you agreed. Therefore, I see no sense for you to say that you're working as a slave. For example, if you're given $5, Gintu is building, Mogesi is building, how much Gintu or Mogesi is paying a handman? I've constructed houses back at home, and I live in the 3rd city of Kenya, that is Kisumu. Building there, you cannot compare to building in Migori or in the village back in Nyaboanze. It's quite a normal bungalow that you build in Nyaboanze. Its price in Nyaboanze is tripled in Kisumu. So if in Kisumu alone, a full mason, that's a fundi, it's being paid 1,500 a day. 1,500 a day. So 1,500 a day is something like $12 that a full fundi is getting. Leave alone Nairobi, because Nairobi it could be even it could be 2,500 or 3,000. Then a handyman will get 700 shillings or 750, half of that money. So in Nyaboanse is a village, when you're given, so half of that thing, it could be something like $7. Are you there? Then in Nyaboanse, a fundi, if it's bad, a fundi will get 1,000 shillings, something like $8 or $9. Then a handyman will get half of that, which is $5 or $4. Therefore, the money that you say you are being paid because you don't have any skills, it is money that is reasonable. It's money that all handymans are being paid in the villages. So stop all this kind of shenanigans and stupidity that you're coming ranting here, that you're working as a slave, that you're never being paid. You're paid. Others went there and said on the camera they don't want to be paid, they want to do videos. There is also another things to show to you that this is all we call the warped reasoning. They see no logic. What they say has got any logic at all. Even if you present to them logics, they never see. You are saying that if Mogesi and you wouldn't have moved out from Amara's place, and thank God you are chased, your eyes wouldn't have opened and started building. To me, let me challenge you. How many number of people at Amara's place who built houses? And in fact, what took you to Amara place is when you see, after you've seen the people in Amara Circle developed. After you've seen Mayugono build 3 houses, that's when you moved there. After you've seen Nasto build the houses, that's when you moved there. After you've seen the Anakemio, the Sagati, when you moved there, because you moved there for you also to build a house. So your journey of starting building a house started with MRO. That's the onset. Because it's the same way you were doing content. And in fact, the highest amount of money you've ever earned, you earned when you are in Amara's place. But the problem, the money that you are paid of your monetized videos, all of them went to alcohol and engaging into illicit affair, either with married women or with underage ladies. That's what you did with your money. So stop all these kind of rants that are never making sense. Mayugono build a house. Nasto build a house. Agati build a house. Diana Kim builds a house. Ian is building a house. Are you there? Those who came out of Amara, their houses are stagnant, up to date. They're requesting for help. So you must stop all this act of missionary commission. Will ever remind you of such instances that you're throwing under the water or under the bus. No. You cannot lie. And that's a matter of a fact. So all these kind of things are stupid things that are never making sense. Guys, let me know what you think at the comment section. Until next time, this is Senior Zach.